Why do I not stay signed in?
Hey everybody!
Alright up!
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working
Title! Shift with my needle. Shift.
Guys, we are back with another episode of Spy Family.
This episode is episode 3. Prepare for the interview. Last on,
We got the wife.
Got the wife.
We secured the wifey.
In a very Pirates-esque
Absolutely.
proposal. They didn't like actually get married on the spot, did they? Did they have their kiss?
They said
No, he put the grenade pin on her finger.
Soon.
Till my... You were laughing at what they were saying, till my mission...
Till my mission's complete, until I'm killed. That was the other
Yeah.
one.
Till death do us part. We're gonna go see how the interview works now that we've secured the wife and secured the child. Can we save the world by episode 3?
Fuck no.
Maybe. I'm optimistic.
Calling 12 to 13 episodes.
I'm optimistic. So guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. We appreciate your support for all the videos you've already watched of ours. If you're new, welcome. Hey, we're on the road to 50K, so please do so in joining the army, the Working Title fam.
Woo!
If you want to see some of our other shows weeks in advance, we have a Patreon available for you to go check out. We're running through Full Metal, which has been fun, Arcane, which is getting close to wrapping up, and Demon Slayer, which has been a blast as well. And also go and support this show on Crunchyroll or any other streaming service you have, and then come back and watch your boys. We're gonna get it started. Punch it.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
I was gonna say, look at the little child's eyes. She sees something.
Park Ave.
Got her moved in.
Estonia.
Berlin.
ロイドさん、寝室は
もちろん別々です。来客の時だけそれっぽくごまかしましょう。
そうですね。アーニャんちへいらっしゃいませ。よろしくお願いします。アーニャさん。
ここに一風変わった家族があった。父、ロイド・フォージャー、
Psychiatrist.
正体、スパイ、コードネーム、タソワイ。
Twilight. Who's the narrator right now? Is that the husband?
娘、アーニャ・フォージャー、
No.
正体、エスパ
A
ー。
telepath.
母生まれてめでたい。
Dude, they could raise her to be the ultimate fucking
そう
weapon.
そう、とりあえず知り合いの判事のコネで入籍したのは1年前ってことにしてもらいました。
A
A
friend.
year ago. They're already married.
Yeah, yeah.
今までネッ
Perfect.
トだったことや
で一安心です。ワクワク。
Yeah, man.
母、娘、オロガニのため疑似家族を作った3人
Yeah.
は
I love the colors all
Yeah.
going
一
against
つ
each
屋根
other.
の下で暮らす。
ここがトイレ。お風呂。ピカピカです。
Yes, that is the toilet, and that is the tub.
アーニャ一人で顔洗える。
Aww.
ないです。
My
But I
nephew,
can wipe
my
my
nephew
ass!
was just excited about that same thing. They were like, "Don't be in the room. I know how to do it this time."
キメラさんを紹介。
Mr. Chimera.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
私はキメラだ。
Oh,
よろし
It's
く。
a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
はじめまして、キメラ
dragon
さん。
bear.
Your room?
父の部屋。ここがロイドさんのお部屋ですか。
Let's see if she can find any like spy
Spy.
stuff.
父が母の部屋。
Like, I wonder which of the two will pick up on it quicker between them.
はい、失礼しま
She
す。
get the shittiest room?
これが私の。
Or she might discover a wiretap in her own room.
えらい。
I think it's also her little oversized.
Oh.
I think it's her oversized shirt that's also super adorable too.
Yeah.
段ボール開いたら取りに行きます。
Damn.
There's nothing in it.
Gone.
収納。
こちらが例の弟さんですが。
Let's see a face. Show us.
Yeah.
ヤンさんと
they ain't gonna
公
show
務
it.
員なんでしたっけ？
If they don't show, then the brother's definitely super
忙しいら
important.
しくて、私面接に着ていけるような服を持ってないのですが。
Time to go shopping.
Oh man, she's always about that. I don't have a proper dress. I don't have a. This is my one dress that I have.
She gonna find a gun?
アーニャさん、それは私が。その中にはお仕事専用の英語の。
Anya's so good at knowing when to do it.
Yeah.
Every time.
ロイドさんは。
コーヒー ブラックでお
I
願いしま
love the
す。
sparkle effect.
Yeah,
アーニャココア飲みたい。
I like the sound
砂
of it.
糖ミルク入りな。
それ
That's the stuff.
It's really nice kitchen.
Mmm.
Really nice
Nice sweets.
チー
building.
ズ作りなんですね。
実は初めてでして、クッキー作り。レシピ本通りなので、それなりの出来です。
Please have her pop back in again
I was
and
gonna
make
say
another cookie.
she snatched that
い
one.
ただきます。
Yeah.
アーニャもクッキー手伝った。
Oh
そう
boy.
なんですね。
Ew, she sneezed in it.
お前は粉まみれになって邪魔した後は、ピーナッツつまみ食いしてただけだろ。
You just snacked on some peanuts.
天校は国内トップクラスのエリート校です。
Look
面
at
接
him.
では
アーニャここじゃ住所。
ここの
Origin.
アーニャち。
そういうことじゃない。アーニャさん、休日はいつもどんなことを？
父に留守番を命じ
Orders me to stay
す
at
ごい
home.
寂しくテレビを見てます。
待て。
心肺停止とか出血多量とか
Pass, like, pass
Wrong
on.
type of pass, but okay.
陥没みたいな。
質問を変えます。
Kill me now. Next question.
先手必勝。
よく弟が
Wow.
育ったなこの人。
A decent human.
十数年面接が通るわけない。
Damn, he already gave up.
Yeah.
ロイドさん。
つけ。3人の間で共通。
Let's try and be normal for
I
like
did.
an outing.
お出かけな。
An outing. An outing.
思い切りハグしてあげたら肋骨2本折ってしまう。
Oh my god!
I must be
Her
careful.
face! She runs away from her.
そうでも
Aww.
The
Opera.
Opera House.
This kid's like, I want to be in the opera. That's the last place a kid wants to be.
I don't know, Anya's a little out there. She might enjoy it.
Yep. She's steaming.
よし、次行こ
What was that about?
Probably like
Doing
being
everything rich people do. Stare at art.
う。一流の音楽の次
Ah,
は。
yes.
一流の音楽
Oh no, Anya.
I could see your boobies.
Boobus! Oh,
Oh,
this
God.
lady
夜さん。
is all about death.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
What the
Oh my. Okay.
一休みしましょうか。
She's gonna draw like guns and weapons and people getting shot.
This director command.
Aw.
Stabby, stabby, sploosh.
He's gonna be like, oh!
Gosh.
アーニャ、次行くぞ。
Erase it now.
対策だな。
Looks nothing like.
森の中
What you were imagining?
Let's see.
A pig in the forest.
Wonder if they can
で
decipher.
もボンドマンは
They're all trying to hide something from each other. It's so funny.
They're perfect.
必要なことですから。
Ooting.
じゃあ今日は記念日ね。いえ、別にそういうわけでは。
Trying to hide the blood.
いざという時返り血が目立つのはちょっと。
Feel
You can
like
totally see red on top of black
feel
though.
like her red piercing eyes are enough to know she's a killer.
続くというわね。
Not when the blood dries.
小持ちはね。
Whoa.
どうした？
She can hear everybody.
Yeah.
すまん、ちょっと怖かったな。
どこかで休みましょうか。
Oh, she's hearing all people's inappropriate
Yeah.
thoughts too.
Yeah.
手づかみもダメ。
My
夜
gosh.
さんはもう
My gosh, lady.
That's
スパイ歴十数年。数々のミッションをこなしてきた。
He's gonna say I'm losing.
さいくじけかけた。
I'm losing heart again. Dang it.
何が？やはり人生をミスった。
Ah!
Oh.
いや。
Why does she do it at the worst moments?
Would not ever put my child up on a railing like that.
I love that, like, everything in life she just transfixes
こ
on
んなところ退屈ですよ
Murdering.
ね。すみません。
killing.
人いっぱいより好き。
Considering how much she likes, I'm surprised she hasn't even had intrusive thoughts about these two.
Yeah.
Or at least about
Oh,
this
man.
guy.
He's probably thinking I didn't get that childhood.
Oi! Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Family unit inbound.
お
Boom! There goes first one.
Naruto, run that shit.
He's gonna follow suit, which means she's going with her.
What can she do? I'll read all their minds.
So she can pinpoint the guy.
Yeah.
Echolocation,
Yeah.
baby. We just gotta figure out where it is. Like Daredevil.
Oh, does it
Tire
tucker her out?
Yeah, I think so. There he
Boom,
is.
there he is.
どうした？
Yep, good call, Anya. Was that her way of like getting his eyes towards
歩
there?
き方の癖というのはそうそう変えられるもの。
Yup, that's true.
Wow.
とりあえずうまいもんで。
Oh, nice.
ありがとうね。助かったわ。ありがとう
You
ね。
actually owe it to that
いい
child.
男だね。
Break his elbow in the process. Oh
Oh.
shit.
君たちエージェントの活躍が日の目を見ることはない。
ありがとう。
Oh,
getting
he's
that
being
down.
recognized. Look at that.
感謝されるのも悪くないか。
Oh yeah,
This
I was
is
gonna
soft.
say that's gonna make him soft.
今日はいい気分転換になりました。
Oh dude, look at his face. He's like legitimately happy.
His eyes are wide.
Yeah.
父と母イチャイ
Yeah.
素敵な家族ね。
They are very lovely family.
Yeah.
あみちゃんなんで。
Aw.
ちゃんと。
I love old ladies. Always have hidden candy away.
For no reason.
Yeah.
For specifically these type of days.
長い一日だったな。
承りました
Wow, the animation looks so different here.
The colors are still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
それよりも
It's like the colors almost emanate off the background.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make sense of that. It's like a mist almost.
オペラ見て美術館行ってレストランで食べたりします
そうそれ何
Nice.
か聞かれたどうしますか
Report it.
Tell a teacher.
上から飛び乗ってやっつけて臭い飯食わせ
Best
て
answer.
うんそこは見なかったことにした
Man, he's like me. He just gives up so fast.
そう見えたのならまあ
They
10
might
の
too.
1% くらいは進んだと思うことにするか
It's translating well.
Oh, is it their colors from the background shot?
It is.
Yeah.
That's dude.
That's-
Attention to detail.
Is it over? Whoa.
Yeah. Damn. That was fast.
What we got in this outro?
Not the visual, but the song. Yeah.
Okay.
I like this song a lot more.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well,
Look at that.
colors fading depending on what shade it hits them.
That is so fucking cool.
It's almost like a play. Like it
Yeah.
looks like she's on a stage.
Yep.
You know.
Mr. Chimera.
Whoa!
Whoa! That the principal?
Whoa!
Loose cow?
Cow!
Oh, God.
School interview. School interview, man.
Damn.
Episode 3, y'all. Prepare for the interview. Solid episode.
Yeah.
Very
Facts.
fun. So fast. These things are so fast.
Yeah.
It really
This
is.
was fast. Yes, it was.
It is continuing the AOT path of having to get used to one a week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be hard.
Well, and you know it's nice and it sucks at the same time. Like
It does.
it's nice to be because other than
Well, it's not
Okay.
overwhelming to only get one at a time.
yeah, because there's not.
You get to breathe and jump into other shows as well.
Yeah. But like okay, from an anime perspective, at least this is the first show other than AOT that we've been live with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were kind of live with My
Marvel
Hero.
stuff. The
Well,
Marvel stuff.
that's what I'm saying. Not only anime wise.
Oh yeah.
Which has been like the bigger thing on our channel has been mostly anime. And with like Netflix series, like we're binging, trying to get through as quickly as possible. Marvel we're up to date with, but like this, it's nice to have something that we're like live with that isn't like too serious,
Oh,
but
yeah.
also I want to watch more. Like it'd be nice to just watch like 10 of these in a row.
Facts.
But yeah, no, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it a lot. This episode was just adorable in every sense of the word.
Slowly starting to see how the family dynamic will be. I guess we got a name of the size of the country. I don't know if it's one whole country or two countries.
2 countries.
So Estonia or Ostania,
Estonia.
And then-
Ostania, you're right. Yeah.
and then Westilis.
Yeah,
Westilis.
Westilis.
So
And
he
he's
works for the West.
Westilis.
And they're in
Estonia.
Estonia, yeah. And he is like working to dismantle their leaders that are more against more for like war instead of peace that they're like working to build.
Yeah. Though it looks like people in Ostania, or at least the people we saw today, at least the guy who was speaking, I should say, is trying to initiate peace between the two regions.
But the whole crowd was like, "You traitors,
They're
murderer,
Go
back
to the
they,
West.
they killed my family."
Yeah.
Stupid
like,
shit.
Yeah, so they're not for it. But
Poor Anya having to hear that.
Yeah.
Sam, I think she just is constantly can read people's minds. I don't think she can pick and choose. Maybe it's just more
Yeah.
so she focuses on that, but there she listened to everybody.
Yeah. It's hard to know because the cue in for the audience is that
Yeah.
little
and she
sparkles.
doesn't do it 24/7 at home. It seems like, but when she's in a big crowd, it just like happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she gets in her head and it just like channels.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. I mean, it's for the show's purpose. She specifically tunes in for comedic relief of hearing something that's supposed to be super private, and then her reaction to it to quickly displace what somebody was thinking about something.
Yeah.
Like the girl the mom, or the Thorn Queen, the
Thorn Princess.
Thorn Princess.
Yor.
It was Yor who was excited to hold her hand, and then
She
said
thought about
something that.
breaking ribs.
I hugged my brother so hard I broke 2
And
ribs.
then, of course, the girl departs
Ran away.
immediately from her
Yeah.
for the comedic timing.
Yeah. But yeah, this episode is pretty cool. So we got Yor moving in.
Yeah.
Then we got them, prepping for spending a night of life together.
Mhm.
And then, they practice for the interview. Neither of them answered the questions well at all, so Loid decided that it was time to go out to live life, try and be a normal family. So they went to an opera, went to a museum, went to a restaurant, and then all
Fancy upper class stuff.
fancy upper class stuff to be that
To blend
level
in.
of the family.
Mhm.
It's also funny, just like I just love Lloyd's like, oh my god, I'm losing hope. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like every time it's like, oh, this is really bad. I think I've royally fucked up this mission.
Yeah.
Or how they like individually have very different reactions to things for the upper class that they're trying to blend into. Like the opera was like elevating yours like mind. Anya couldn't stay or was like completely passed out,
Mhm.
and it looked like Loid was either enjoying himself or just thinking about the next mission. Couldn't be in the moment.
Yeah.
They go to the art museum. Yor is like
Lusting over
Gilbert
Guillotine.
or the guillotine. Anya's looking at boobies, which won't do well. Like if she just goes to
Head
school.
choppy.
If she just goes to school and starts telling kids I saw a booby picture or something like
Yeah.
that, like that's not gonna go well.
Yeah. All the while, Lloyd's like, God damn it. He's like, I've been a spy for over 10 years, and I blend in perfectly well, and now he has to try and teach two
Right.
people about blending in.
I love like
So
he
funny.
is so used to being a human and pretending to be another human being. He knows what it's like to act where Yor can't.
Yeah.
She simply
She equates everything with being an assassin.
She simply lures people in and assassinates.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know how far her degree goes in
Yeah.
espionage and master of disguise.
No.
It seems like she strictly likes to wear red and black on
Mhm.
everything she does, or at least her missions, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I love that when they were at the house and they were talking about like the bedroom, like because they're also like shy people. Weirdly enough, is like they don't want to be in the same room, so they're gonna be separate. Only unless people are present will they sleep in the same bed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun if they actually have that happen. Guests come over and they have to sleep in the same bed and see how the assassin and the spy interact. Because like we were saying, I don't know if I would imagine that it goes the same for the assassin, but the spy so far, Mr. Loid, doesn't sleep necessarily much. So how would it be when two people who, the job-wise, don't sleep have to share the same bed?
Mm-hmm.
One, just for sexual tension and relational tension, and then two, being people that do not sleep really. Like how will that?
Well, they don't sleep around other people. 'Cause
Yeah.
They don't want to be like caught.
Yeah.
You don't want to be turning away from the person out of fear, out of a natural spy instinct to feel like somebody's going to shoot you in the back or shank you in the back. So will they have to face each other, and facing each other, also having that low-key attraction to develop their relationship as well as a couple.
Yeah.
How that will be, because that will force some intimacy while also having to let down the vulnerability of who they are as people.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
One thing too, so she is technically a civil servant at the city hall.
Yeah.
And her brother is a civil servant as well in some capacity. Well, so
Of which they did not show his face.
here's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's gonna be that he's an assassin. I think what it's gonna be is that because he's talked about like, oh, you've helped me so much, I've moved up so much. I feel like he's gonna be like a high level diplomat that either Loid is going to have to compromise or kill.
I was thinking that too throughout this episode.
Yeah, like, and that's probably why we're not seeing his face, because he's gonna get the newspaper message of like, this is the guy you have to take down.
See, that's what I was thinking when he was like, "Oh, that's your brother." I thought he was gonna have like a, "That's my target."
Yeah, or I mean, the brother's supposed to be younger than her, so like all of the targets that we've seen are like old men.
It's the old bug-eyed guy.
Yeah.
I think is the target.
Yeah, but she's 27, so it's definitely not. That's not her brother. But I feel like maybe later on, it's like maybe when he's doing his snooping, and it's like, oh, you need to find the people that are close to, the main bad guy, and you see like the brother like kissing ass over there. It's like, oh shit, he's gonna be in on it too.
Yeah.
Well, when they conceal a face like that, I feel like you normally will get follow-up scenes later on. The issue is both of the adults know what he looks like, so maybe later on, Anya, somebody who might not have looked at the picture, maybe reads his mind, but like he comes in as like a casual new character, but you don't know that it's the brother. Like he interacts with her, and then it's revealed when the parents show up to the school or something.
That's the brother. Yeah.
That's the brother. It could be like the principal or something. I mean, we see him going and wailing. I don't know. I don't know what occupation he's going to be, but I know he's going to be important. He's been talked about enough, whether he's a politician or a target to some degree. But I feel like the intro will be like somebody for Anya specifically to meet, now that the father and obviously the sister know what he looks like.
Yeah.
So the surprise is only for us to not know him when he shows up on screen.
Yeah. But yeah, so they did their family outing. He wanted to teach Anya about like patriotism, which is also a big thing. So they went to some like rally, and that's when she got tuckered out from hearing all the yelling voices about like not supporting the West at all, which is where he is, or who he is working for. And then when they left, they went to a park, saw a thief steal an old woman's purse, and Yor and Loid jumped into action to
Naruto style.
Yeah, Naruto style to save the day.
Yep.
And help the old lady out. I'm curious like how much like if that's gonna be something where like maybe if they don't like, because we had talked about last episode, like is it gonna be like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith situation where it's like
they're totally gonna fall in love.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm saying like where they're going to have to fight each other. I wonder if it's not going to be that as much as where like Yor does things that gets him almost caught. You know what I mean? Maybe the fight thing will happen later on, but I feel like maybe the initial stages will be like him doing things, because like today he was like a spy supposed to be like not seen, in the shadows, inconspicuous. Like I can't make attention. Like, I can't in the middle of a crowd jump and tackle a guy because my wife wanted to jump in and do something. So like I'm just curious if that's how that will play out.
Yeah.
If we don't get like I was liking what you had said prior, where it was like I hope that if they do Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing, that they get it out the way like immediately, and then the story kind of veers off from there. Because if they don't do it like that, I would rather it just be like not the thing that happens.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I don't know if we are or not, but it looks like we're diving into a little of Loid, where they were at the park and he was looking at the 4 kids. I was thinking, like, fuck, maybe he never got to experience that. Like, he's been training as a spy ever since he was a kid. So maybe we're going into his head. And then when the old lady said, "You guys are a perfect family or a lovely family,"
He's getting
just seeing his face, that smile was so genuine.
yeah,
Like, I don't think he's ever smiled like that ever, probably.
yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is when he was a kid, he showed flashbacks of him. He was in like a war-torn country.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
buildings on fire, destroyed around him. Like I don't know if they exactly showed dead bodies, but I mean like
Probably.
alluded to at least.
Yeah.
Like so.
He never got
Maybe
to
not.
experience
Maybe not necessarily like the training of being like a young,
just
or
seeing
like
horror his entire
yeah,
life.
maybe not being like he probably trained it from being a spy at a young age, but maybe not necessarily like that's where he lost his like
Humanity.
not humanity, yeah, humanity or like life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He lost the chance for the childhood, so like yeah, that could be also a thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
he definitely like zoned out a little bit watching.
He did.
her or watching the 4 kids playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anya helped out. Was able to detect him.
Mm.
It was great. They all got useful skills that they can use amongst themselves to like help each other out.
She's even clever enough to like know what
To
they
not
want,
say anything.
but like point at the bakery because it's the closest thing for Loid to look for the spy because it'll be in proximity to the area, which is that's what she did, right?
Yeah.
That's like well, yeah. So I think that's cool because
She
she
wants
can
to hide her telepathy.
yeah
from
she
them.
doesn't want Daddy and Mommy to find out. I loved that she drew that whole thing, but it wasn't enough for them to be able to decipher
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Cat, no, it's a dog. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Your
No,
spy
it's
show.
dog, it's a spy show. It's a princess that kind of looks like a witch.
Like they're all super capable, but they're all so naive
To what is happening.
that it's like
Yeah.
such a juxtaposition.
Yeah. Well, it's just funny because like you would think that because he's a spy, he would be so suspicious of everyone, but he's
Keen on
not
it.
of this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not keen on it at all.
Yeah.
Or like I said last time, like you would think these guys know how to like blend in or just like put on the personas needed. Like we could do that right now if we
Yeah.
wanted to like be someone else. We could do that. Like
Yeah.
we could get in like a nice $200 fit and meet somebody for the first time. At least put on a show for like an hour if we had
Yeah.
to.
It's only Loid who can do that, really.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Loid does a pretty good job of like, other than the fact that Anya can read minds, like no one can tell that he's like Yor just thinks he's a really good guy. You know what I mean? She has no. I mean, other than the whole like his patients chasing him last episode, we didn't have any like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? Like there was no like
What? You would think that would help. Like I'm surprised actually that she hasn't brought that up.
Yeah.
I mean like.
She just doesn't. See
She doesn't. It's like she doesn't care. She just wants to make sure her job's secure. This makes it look
and
good.
she stays hidden. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a comedy. So I
Yeah,
guess
for
it's
sure.
just-
It is a comedy.
It's a good comedy.
But then we had they went home. Grandmother thanked them, said that it was a lovely family.
Yeah.
And then they went
Rehearsed.
and actually trained for the interview. It went pretty well up until Anya threatened to beat up a kid because they did something bad.
Yeah.
Like Dad. But
I didn't see it in the outro. You guys said you saw another little kid.
There's a bunch of
We're in the
characters they
same
flashed.
uniform as her.
Okay.
yeah, they flashed a little kid. He looked like he had like a smug smirk on his face. They showed we saw in the preview, but this like old man with like a really long white mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some other characters they flashed really quickly, so we'll probably. They're gonna have the interview for the school next episode, and that'll expand the cast immensely, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun to see like when the operation start to take place. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see how well
Strix.
they do with the Strix operation.
Yeah.
What was the refresh my memory on the eyeball symbol and the guys looking at all the monitors? What was that about?
It was just.
Is that Loid's group?
Yeah, I mean, it was
Okay.
him. That's like the symbol, I think, for the spy group. But he was just talking in that moment, like,
Oh, that's when he was like, the world's not going to appreciate anything you do, and then he just got it right there. And he was like, okay, maybe a little bit's okay.
Yeah.
I feel for him. Like, he's thinking, like, I'm going to get soft from all this. I'm going to stop thinking like a spy.
Yeah.
Anya
Anya
so
said it,
smart.
Well, Anya said it today. He's a softie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
But yeah, okay, so I don't know, if you do know, you don't necessarily have to answer, but like, Is this manga finished? Does anyone know?
No,
Or
I
is
don't
it
know.
like- yeah. I'm curious. if it's like-
Commenters.
yeah, if it's a spoiler, maybe don't. I don't know, because part of me is just wondering, like, is this going to be like a short series? Like, you know, there's some anime.
12 to 13 episodes, and
Yeah.
maybe another season will come out.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I know some anime, they make like really short series. It doesn't. I don't always care. It doesn't have to be 80 episodes or plus.
Yeah.
You know, but.
It's, weirdly enough, it doesn't feel like a show that would be going for like more than 3 seasons. This feels like
Yeah.
it's like a cut and dry, like here's a fun comedy story that you're gonna get. You don't have to think too much on it. You can just kind of enjoy the experience while it's here, and then it leaves on a high note.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, once again, I don't really want to know like what the manga situation is. I kind of would rather just like kind of experience it, and when they say it's over, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm curious if there's ever been like a manga has 20 volumes, and then the anime comes out, and the manga's done, and then the show does so well, the publishers are like, make more. I wonder if there's a show that ever did that.
I'm sure there's plenty that probably just isn't public, that they're like, oh. I mean, that's, in theory, that's how most shows, not just anime, but most shows start. They make the first volume, and it's like, guess what? You gotta make more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, shit, now we gotta make a story out of this.
Yeah.
Outside of, like, the first 3-episode premise or whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it's good. No, I'm a big fan of some of the shows that we've watched in our past, not on the channel, but like
That
shows
stretch out farther than they should have.
just because of the money situation. But if they can make it good and they're given time, that's a different thing. But if it's like, we want this, make it done by next year, the chances of the quality staying the same is
It's
always
very slim.
yeah. Slim.
But yeah, thoroughly enjoying this. Like, it's a fun, like, yes, we get to watch this like every week thing. So
Yeah,
I'm
for
hyped
sure.
it.
I like this show. Y'all, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check out the Patreon if you want to see some of our shows a week in advance. We already told you some of them that are available. If you're excited for this show, make sure you go and support us. If you haven't already watched episode 1 and 2, they are bangers. And make sure you're with us for episode 4 next week. We will see you then, guys. Punch it.
Bah! Timestamp, you watched the entire episode.
Love you.